The rate of food wastage in Kenya currently stands at 40% at the producer level. And even with another bigger percentage going to waste at the consumption level, 3/4 of the country's population cannot afford 3 meals a day. Some causes of food wastage include cosmetic standards set by the international market that requires farmers to throw away food that does not meet those standards. Some of those standards require a product to be of certain size to fit in the packaging containers. Some farmers have had to cut their products and throw away the extra part just to ensure they fit in the packaging containers.
This means that you're essentially wasting Kenyan land and Kenyan water and Kenyan labour and Kenyan agrochemicals to grow food that is then not eaten by people. And in a country where there are millions of hungry people, that strikes me as a scandal. I have been shocked and really distressed by the kinds of stories that I've heard and the kinds of waste that I've seen.
Poor storage facilities has also cost Kenya a large amount of food. Studies have shown that 30% of the total grain harvested is destroyed by pests. In 2011, 180,000 bags were destroyed due to contamination with aflatoxins as hundreds of thousands of the hungry population watched on empty stomachs. Studies have also shown that enough food is wasted at the consumer level, especially by the well-to-do in the society. Most people serve food that they cannot consume at a given time, and it ends up in the dust bins.
The question that I would pose to consumers is not, can you financially afford to waste food, but can the planet we live on afford for you to waste that food? And the answer to that question is no. We have hit up against the ecological limits of this planet, and we are causing a devastation of the environment in terms of species extinction, in terms of global warming, in terms of soil erosion, in terms of water table depletion, and that's a very particular problem here in Kenya. And therefore, for the sake of the environment and also for the sake of the millions of hungry people who don't have enough food, that is why we should stop wasting food, even if we can afford it.
According to food waste activist Tristan Stewart, Kenya is well capable of managing food wastage. Adopting proper storage methods and improving infrastructure facilities could save Kenya a lot more food.
You grow a lot of very fine mangoes in this country, but during the season there is a glut, farmers get a very low price for it, and a lot of those mangoes simply rot and they're left in the field or left on the side of the market, and they're spoiled. But some of the communities, growing cooperatives of farmers that I've been to visit, have developed some solutions to that problem. They've started building solar dryers so that when there is a glut of mangoes, they can slice the mangoes up, dry them on racks in a plastic greenhouse, and then the mango is preserved for a whole year. Same with bananas. You can dry bananas and make banana chips or banana flour and eat that as porridge, and it's a fruit, which is a very perishable product, that is then preserved into a non-perishable staple. And that is a great way for farmers to increase their income and to reduce food waste.
And in case we manage to improve on food wastage in Kenya, how much impact do you think it can have on the current food insecurity that is facing our country?
But what I can say with absolute confidence is that Kenya is already growing an abundance of food, and that if we stopped wasting so much of it, more of it would be available to make money and to make food availability to any of the millions of hungry people.
What are some of the solutions that you propose?
Well, in addition to investing within Kenya, my argument is that certainly with regard to the export market, one of the solutions is to change the buying policies of the European supermarkets. They are notorious here in Kenya and much resented because they treat growers unfairly. And part of my campaign is to make consumers in Europe aware of the injustice that is caused because of the supermarkets that they buy their food from, and to create consumer awareness there, to put pressure on the supermarkets to change their policies, to buy those misshapen produce that Kenyan growers are currently wasting, instead of forcing the farmers to waste it.
Namukabo Werunga, GBS News.